It's a Farm Journal for July 10th, 2019.
Well, welcome to Eagle Isle Farm and the Serene Disciple Project. We are now entering the summer lull on the farm. As I said before in some other video, way up north it is a winter lull, but here it is the summer lull. July and August, the spring garden has pretty much played out. We've got a few things left in it, but by and large it's played out. Even though we're getting a bit more moisture this summer, the grass is not growing as fast, and so there's not as much mowing to do. And I and the animals are basically surviving the next 2 months of heat, maybe 3 months of heat, until we can get into the fall. And so often summer is the time that I spend the most time in the shop. Turn the big fan on and make things. And so today, that's what we're going to do. Well, this is my wallet. I made this several years ago, right here in this shop. And it's been a pretty good wallet, but it is starting to wear now. And I decided that today I would make a new one and thought I'd bring you along for the ride. So let's make a new wallet. All right, the first thing we'll need to do is to find some good leather. And so this is the leather vault. It has served a lot of purposes for me and others over the years, but at the moment, this is where I keep my leather. Okay, I've decided on this nice brown. It has a very nice finish and shine to it, and the suede side is pretty smooth as well. I think this will make a very classy wallet. The last one I did kind of cracked distressed leather. This time we'll go classy and shiny. Now I make all kinds of things for myself. And sometimes I'm asked, well, you know, they sell those things at Walmart. You could just go buy it. And that's true. That is true. I could just go buy it. But you know, I was reading, years ago now, reading Little House in the Big Woods to my kids. And of course, you know, when I was younger, I read both of those series, or I'm sorry, all of the Laura Ingalls Wilder series. But that time, as I was reading it to my children, it dawned on me that Pa Ingalls knew how to do a great deal. There it is. I'm thinking, and now that I have pigs, this kind of comes back to mind. I was thinking about the day that they slaughtered the pig and all the stuff that was done in the process of slaughtering the pig. And it occurred to me that Pa Ingalls knew how to do far more than I have ever known how to do. That just the knowledge of what it took to move through life was, I think, greater than it is today. Now, of course, Pa Ingalls would be lost trying to find something on the internet, or you know, trying to navigate um, through GPS or whatever, modern technology. But I wonder if he couldn't pick it up faster than I could pick up what he knew. And so at that point, I began trying things. And a lot of the time, it was powered by poverty. So I took a student group to Italy, and I found a beautiful leather-bound journal, which I bought and used and enjoyed. But then it was full, and I wanted to see what it would take to make to buy a new one. And so I went online, and my word, it was many hundreds of dollars, which I didn't have. And so I got to looking at it and thinking, well, how hard could this be? And so started watching YouTube videos and taught myself how to bind books. And of course, the first attempts were pretty sketchy. The more I did it, the better I got at it, and then I got pretty good, and then I started selling them. But there was a joy, there was a pure joy in having made something for myself. Now, I've talked about all of the spiritually, mentally therapeutic aspects of creative work, but there is the joy of making, which I think in some ways we've lost today, or I don't know, not that we've lost it, but that it's more rare than it once was. The idea that if you need something, you can simply make it for yourself. You can start with raw materials and end up with a usable item, like a wallet or a book or a pen or a chicken coop or whatever you need. That it's possible to make it yourself, and in the making of it yourself, there is a sense of well-being. So since then, there have been a lot of things I've looked at and said, well, how hard could it be? Let me give that a try. And with no experience, just giving it a try, learned that I could be far more productive than I thought. And that has been a wonderful discovery. All right, another warm, muggy July morning. Well, we got it this far yesterday. Almost done. Here's the back piece. We cut that out yesterday. And here is the inside piece. You can see that the card slots are all sewed up. And so now all we have to do is sew these two together, and it'll be a wallet. Well, I've been at this about an hour, and it's been very restful. You know, the Apostle Paul tells the Thessalonians that they should make it their ambition to lead a quiet life, which has always been an interesting juxtaposition to me. Ambition for quiet. And yet, I'll add to make it their ambition to lead a quiet life and to work with their hands. Now, I'm not saying everybody has to earn their living doing handwork. I don't think that's what recall the saying either. But as I sit here in the quiet, listening to the birds, the cicadas and the trees outside, the very sound of summer, conversation of the chickens who always seem to find me in here, there is something nourishing to the soul. And of course, that's where the life is out here. This wallet is the object of today's attention. But it's not the subject. The subject, the purpose, the reason for being out here is the benefit to the soul of the making, the co-creating with God, if you will, and the very process of being industrious and quiet and letting the thoughts that come, not playing music, not playing an audio book or something, but just getting into the rhythm of this stitch followed by this stitch, the presence, and allowing the thoughts that come to come. I think I spend, maybe you do too, a lot of time trying not to think. I mean, not really think. Fill my life with sound and activity so that the really important thoughts, which may be challenging, don't have the space to come to the surface. And I think this process, working with my hands and creating, allows that space. I highly recommend it. Okay, here we go. Wallet, little Celtic knot, not in there very hard, but it'll work. You can see the stitching on the outside. There's the inside with its pockets and the place for the money, and there's nothing in there. All right, now, will this wallet win an award? Probably not. This wallet is for my pocket, not my ego. And I know that many of you might say, well, I can't do that. I don't know how to do leather. I didn't either. But I think there's value in just trying stuff. I've learned the value of YouTube. Maybe that's why I picked this venue for what I want to say. You can learn a lot there. But if there's a spiritual lesson here beyond what I've already said, I think it's this. You are more creative and more talented than you know. Now, I'm not saying that you all will become leather artisans or anything like that, but yeah, there may be a leather artisan hiding in you. But you can do more than you think you can do, I'll wager. I certainly could when I tried. It just takes the willingness to give something a try and fail, or do it kind of halfway and try again, and to not get your ego too wrapped up in it. Well, I think that's enough for today. As always, if you liked this video, click that like button, share this on your social media, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and consider becoming a Patreon supporter. All right, thanks for meeting me here. It's hard to find privacy around here. Okay, you distract them, and then I will plant the package. And then we'll lead them over, and then off it goes. What? No, I don't think it's overkill. Have you seen that pig? Shh, 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 shh. Someone's coming. Bean, where are you? What are you doing down there? Nothing. Who are you talking to? No one. Oh, this is good. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is good. Hey, I haven't seen that big dog around here in a while. Suppose he went away?